We are Western Wyoming's leader in live coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Welcome, Star Valley Brave fans. We are broadcasting live from the Star Valley High School here in Afton, Wyoming. We've got Adam Guild here on the mic. And up for us here, we have got the Evanston Red Devils in town from Evanston, Wyoming. We've got some JV matches going on right now. Down on the right and the left-hand side here, we'll try and split up the announcing there so that we can try and catch every wrestler and get every match here. So currently right now on the right-hand side of your screen, we have Dustin Wortman in the 113 weight class wrestling against his opponent, Riker Litschke of Evanston. And down on the left-hand side of your screen, we have got Cyrus Tolman versus James Servin of Evanston. So, Guild, if you don't mind, if you would take this right mat here, kind of keep your eye on that one, and I'll take the left mat while we've got the JVs going on. Are you all right with that?
Perfect.
Good deal.
Looks like Star Valley Wortman's got a cradle locked up. He's got a 3 takedown, plus he's getting some back points here on the right mat. Runs out of bounds. If he could have kept him on bounds, he might have had a good chance of getting a pin there. But Star Valley up 5-0 on the right mat.
Down on the left-hand mat, we have Cyrus Tolman. They're still working from a standing position, trying to set up shots. Score still 0-0, about 20 seconds left in the first period.
Evanston gets an escape. Lecty from Evanston gets an escape there to make the score 5-1. Nice level change there. Nice little, looking for a single there, but not quite pulling the trigger on it. This should be a fun one tonight. It looks like we got about 25 matches on the JV side.
Yeah, I was surprised how many kids the Evanston team brought. It's great.
Lecty in on us. Ooh, and Wortman doing a good counter. Back to that near side cradle. Does get the takedown. So he picks up another 3. Looking for back points again. Got a couple, I think. Looks like the ref's holding up 3. He needs to scoot back a little bit. He's a little out of position. Oh, there he goes.
Down on the left-hand mat, Tolman is in on a single leg. Looking to step over the hips, able to do so, and he's going to get a 3-point takedown.
And on the right-hand mat, Dustin Wortman wins by fall over Lecty of Evanston.
Great match for Dustin Wortman.
Looks like we will have next on the right-hand mat, we will have Lane Hunting from Star Valley and Dame
Daryl Hunting. Oh, which one's going where?
Let me look. Let me see which one it is. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. They're hard to tell apart when they're standing next to each other, let alone from 30 feet up here. So this is the 150 weight class. This is Daryl on the right-hand mat.
Okay, we got Daryl Hunting and Garrett Horton from Evanston.
Down on the left-hand mat, Dallin Tolman still leading this one, 3-0. 40 seconds left in the second period. And Cyrus, Dallin is his dad. Cyrus is on top, fighting for some arm positioning there. Cyrus is trying to dig a wrist out, and every time he gets it down past his opponent's waist, he's able to clear that. He does have a chicken wing in now. Now he's going to leverage that, step around the head. He has the arm trapped on the other side. He just needs to keep on circling around that head. See if we can get some near fall points. We're going to get the near fall. I think just 2 before the buzzer goes off. Nope. Only gave him 1, so there's going to be no points there. We're going to the third period with Cyrus leading 3-0.
And over on the right-hand mat, Horton of Evanston gets the first takedown against Daryl Hunting, so he goes up 3-0. About 50 seconds left in the first period. Daryl looking to tripod up. He gets to his feet. See if he can pick it, but oh, Horton does a good job returning him right to a tilt. Picking up a couple of back points. Looks like he got
Cyrus down on the left-hand mat was able to work his way off bottom and get around his opponent. That's going to be a 2-point reversal. He leads that match 5-0.
Now, Darrell looking for the reversal and does get it, but not before Horton of Evanston picks up 4 back points. That'll bring the score to 7-2 over on on the right-hand mat. And that'll end that first period over there with Evanston up 7-2, Evanston's Horton.
All right, Cyrus finds himself on top. He's getting some back points out of that. Servin of Evanston fighting off really well, but Tolman's going to come away with the pin there in the third period with 1 minute left. So great match for Cyrus Tolman of Star Valley in the 138 weight class. All right, now we're really going to try and confuse you because now we're going to have lane hunting down on the left-hand side of your screen, and we're going to have Darrell hunting on the right-hand side. So I will take lane hunting on the left-hand side of the screen, and Darrell, not to be confused, is going to be on the right-hand mat.
Darrell's going to get an escape point there on the right-hand mat. Brings the score to 7-3. You know, that's one thing with the new change in the points is, I mean, you can get tech falls faster, but you can also catch up faster.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And I still feel like it rewards you for being aggressive.
It does.
Laying in on a single leg, trying to elevate that. That's down on the left-hand mat. And able to dump his opponent over, cover the hips. That's going to be a 3-point takedown for Lane. Over to a hard crossface. He's got that shoulder to the mat, looking for a barbed wire. Now he's looking for a cradle, possibly.
And Horton picks up another takedown on Darrell, bringing the score to 10-3 for Horton over Darrell right now. 40 seconds left in the second period.
Lane has a cradle locked up, just trying to debate on how he's going to tilt that back. It looks like he's going to go straight back. And he's just going to step over the hip instead. That works. So he's going to get some near fall points out of this. Let's see if Lane can get a pin down here on the left-hand side, and he does.
And Darrell picked up an escape point. Now he's in on a shot, but he's got his arm kind of trapped in there. And and then not sure how the ref's going to award that. I saw fingers go up and then down and then up and down, so I'm not sure how he's going to award those points here on the right-hand mat. The score says 13-4 in favor of Horton right now. We'll see what they. Looks like that's what it's going to be, 13-4 in favor of Horton of Evanston.
All right, down on the left side, we've got Kemen Philby versus his opponent Chad Emmett. And this is in the 165 weight class. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got some awesome matches that are going to be coming up here. We've got some good JV matches, but we're also going to have a great varsity lineup for senior night tonight. We've actually got one of the seniors down on the right-hand mat in Darrell Hunting. Senior this year, he's been with the program all 4 years. Boy, they give out a lot of effort, and they're tough kids. Down on the left-hand side, Kemen Philby is in on a takedown, looking to hook up a cradle on his opponent, Emmett of Evanston.
Darrell's in on a Turk right here. If he can get under that arm, and he's almost to get some back points, but just can't quite get him in the situation where he can get him.
Philby's going to abandon that cradle. He's going to go to a power half. Now he's going to abandon that. Flattens his opponent back out. Now he's going to look for an arm bar. Boy, we need a little bit of action out of Darrell down there. We need some back points. Well, and at this point, we need a pin.
He's been close a time or two to where he can get some back points, but he just isn't quite isn't quite, his opponent's doing a good enough job to just get out right before Darrell has him right where he can get some points. That Garrett just is able to slip out. So I think that one's probably going to end up about where it's at.
Good hard-fought match for Darrell. I mean, the thing is, what we've got here is Darrell is a great wrestler and could very easily be the one, the varsity wrestler in this weight class. In fact, they've gone back and forth a couple of times this year already. And, boy, when you've got a strong lineup like what Star Valley does, sometimes you just, you go back and forth between the varsity matches. And Darrell will still be heading out to regionals and to hopefully to state with us in his weight class, and still a great wrestler. Tough match tonight, but we look forward to seeing him at regionals. Philippi down on the other side. We're still sitting at a score of 3-0 in the start of the second period. Philippi is fighting off of top and has pretty much controlled the match. This is what most of the matches look like, is Philippi on top trying to hook up a cradle or a crossface.
Here coming up on the right-hand mat, we have Kiesel Hebden and Cooper Weston Scow from Evanston.
Philippi looking to dig out that barbed wire. He got it tilted over. He's got to center up that weight and get off his knees, and unable to do that before his opponent's able to sit up.
Kiesel Hebden on the right mat is able to pick up the first takedown, so he takes a 3-point lead. Looking for a wing here. He's got it in. It's almost, now he's got him over. He's looking for the fall. I think he's got it nice and tight. I think it's.
Still a minute left on that match. That's going to, yep.
There it goes. So Kiesel Hebden picking up the win the fall over Cooper Weston-Scow from Evanston.
Down on the left-hand side, we still have Philippi fighting on top. About 20 seconds left in the second period. Philippi leads 3-0. And as I mentioned, this has pretty much been the whole match. Philippi's been on top. He is going to finally, his opponent's going to get dinged for stalling here. Oh, no, actually they're going to give the stalling to Philippi.
We've got Kason Mizrani, is that how you say
Mizrani, I believe.
Mizrani and Coulter Marler on mat number one, or mat on the right-hand mat, the 138-pound weight class. Oh, and Kaysen in with the takedown, picks up the first points of the match, takes a 3-point lead.
And Philippi's going to head into the third period. He's going to start on bottom. Says, I've had enough riding for those 2 periods. Let's see if I can get an escape or a reversal out of this. Third period, he leads 3-0. Philippi quickly up to his feet, working on hand control.
Evanston's Marler on the right-hand mat looking for the reversal and does pick it up. So that'll bring the score to 3-2 in favor of Mizrani.
Philippi was able to get up and around. It looked like he was going to get the reverser for a moment there. Was not able to do so, but does get an escape point. Okay, yeah, I was going to say they scored that wrong. It should be 4-0. There we go.
Got Mizrani and Marler in kind of a tie-up here. And he's saying Evanston has control. And they're just in a circling around. Now Evanston's able to get him down to the mat.
He got his leg out, though.
He did get his leg back out, but no points awarded, so that'll stay 2-3 in favor of Marler from Evanston.
Down on the left-hand mat, we've got Philippi. He was able to get another takedown on his opponent, making the score 7-0. Once again, we find Philippi on top. Currently looking, he's got his arm posted behind that knee, looking to hook up that cradle. And they're going to call a stalemate out of it at this point in time. 30 seconds left in that match.
Starting second round on the right-hand mat, Mizrahi starts on bottom position. Scores 3-2, still in favor of Marler from Evanston. Looks like Mizrahi looking for that tripod stand-up, but Marler able to break him back down to the mat. That tripod stand-up is becoming probably the most popular stand-up in wrestling right now. I was watching the Penn State duel the other night, and that's about all they used all night long.
Get their hips right up and into that tripod.
And then they score from there.
Well, down on the left-hand mat, Philby, he's, the whole match, he controlled it from start to finish. That's going to be a good win for him, 7-0 over his opponent, Chad Emmett of Evanston.
Marler over here on the right-hand mat is able to pick up some back points, picked up 4 there, so he goes up 4-3 over Mizrahi of Star Valley.
Down on the left-hand mat, we've got Regan Rivard coming up in the 175 weight class for Star Valley versus Tony Cerda of Evanston.
Breaking the action on the right-hand mat for a potentially dangerous call. That'll get him a fresh start here. 55 seconds left in the second. Looks like we got a little bit of a nosebleed there. You know, this is going to be a good rivalry tonight. This wrestling meet goes back a long ways. Us and Evanston.
I would dare say probably almost as far back as the Green River. Probably not quite as far, but close.
Close. Yeah.
And Evanston always brings, they bring a good team, but they always bring 1 or 2 elite wrestlers that are just top-notch. And so it should be some really good matches tonight. Rivard in on a double leg, able to elevate his opponent, but his opponent grabbing a leg. Rivard still comes down on top, so he's going to get the 3-point takedown. Looking for a power half. He's got that on. His opponent released that leg. Now Rivard's got a little bit more leverage. Oh, no, his opponent does still have that leg. He's sucking that down underneath. Almost like a fireman's. And his opponent's going to leverage through. It looks like he's going to end up with a reversal here, which he does. Brings the score 3-2 in favor of Rivard.
Getting ready to start with Mizrahi and Marler again over here on the right-hand mat. Score 6-3 in favor of Evanston. And it looks like Mizrahi is almost getting the escape. Doesn't have any points yet. Marler able to keep the body high. Ooh, returns him right back to his back. Now he's picking up some back points. So on the right-hand mat, Marler's going to pick up another 4 back points. That's going to bring the score to 10-3.
Down on the left-hand mat, Rivard got stuck in a suck back, but he was able to get back up to his feet. But his opponent able to do a nice lift return, get him back. Rivard still is able to clear his hips. And hopefully he can clear. His opponent's got what looks like a barbed wire or a 2-on-1 up underneath. He does release that. Rivard grabs a leg now. See if Rivard can elevate from there.
Going neutral for the start of the third period on the right-hand mat. See if Mizrahi can pick up some points here on a takedown possibly. He did get the first takedown.
Rivard in on a leg and Evanston over the top with an ankle. That's almost always going to end in a stalemate, which that does. They're going to bring it back to the middle and restart this. Well, it was actually the end of the period too. So we'll go into the second period with a score of 2-3 in favor of Rivard.
Mizrahi in on that body lock again. And Mizrahi tried to headlock him, but they went out of bounds there. So he's got a minute 20 to try to pull out some magic here and get some points.
Rivard in on a single leg. And his opponent back to the ankles. Once again, there's a good possibility this is going to end in a stalemate here.
Mizrahi looking for the front headlock. He's got it on. He's got his head in the ribs. Good. He gets him turned. He's got the near side cradle on. He's picking up some back points. He's in good position if he can stay right here and stay tight. Ref needs to get down there and look. He's pretty dang. Was pretty close.
Keep that locked up and go back to it.
He's almost. He's adjusting, trying to get him back over. He's got him.
He has to be careful that.
He's a little high now. If he can scoot back just a hair, he's got him. So close. And then we get stopped because of
probably blood time.
Blood.
Yep. Down on the left-hand mat, Rivard's opponent was able to get up. That's Serta of Evanston, tying the score 3-3. And this is the second period, 50 seconds left. Most of the matches looked about like this. Rivard in on a shot and Serta in on a good sprawl and grabbing an ankle. I think this is the third time they brought him back for a stalemate.
Well, and just like that, we were talking about earlier how we can catch up quick. Mizrahi was down by 7 points, and all of a sudden he's tied.
Yep.
Just like that. So
Evanston on a good double blast and returns Rivard back to the mat. So that's going to make the score 6-3 in favor of Serta from Evanston. Rivard looking for hand control underneath. He does have his hips out from underneath his opponent, and he doesn't have a leg in. We'd like to see a tripod here, or a knee slide. Now his opponent in on a crossface, looking to pick up that ankle. And that's going to end the second period. So we'll go into the third period, 6-3. That in favor of Serta of Evanston, and it looks like Evanston will be starting on bottom.
all right, we're going to the last 40 seconds on the right-hand mat. Mizrahi on top. He needs some back points to win, and Marler from Evanston needs to get an escape to win. So, and he gets the escape now.
Now we need a takedown.
Get the takedown. Nice escape there by Marler. Mizrahi is on the attack. He needs to get going. He's down to about 10 seconds. He's got to go. He's got to go. And he gets it. He gets the takedown with 6 seconds left. Brings us, what a match. Down the entire time. Down by 7. Ties it up. Evanston gets an escape, and then Mizrahi able to get him the takedown to win it.
What a great match. That's
awesome effort by that.
Some great mat time for both of them.
Awesome match right there. That's what we're looking forward to all night long, hopefully. Looks like on the right-hand mat we should have Caden Crookston from Star Valley against Lucas Heffelbauer from Evanston.
Down on the left-hand mat, Rivard just did a lift return, but he had the arm trapped, and so they called it a dangerous. That's going to be a penalty point against him. So that's going to make the score, boy, it says 8-3, but I believe it's 7-3.
Crookston with a beautiful double leg in deep, but then, Heffelbauer with a really good hip and able to hip him down to get around for the takedown. That was really good wrestling right there by both wrestlers. Heffelbauer picks up the first 3.
Rivard was on top and was able to muscle a couple of back points out of his opponent, making the score, well, no, actually he wasn't able to get it to that angle, and his opponent able to reverse him there. He's now looking for some near fall points. Score currently 10-3, about 15 seconds left. And Rivard is going to get pinned by his opponent, Serta of Evanston. Still a good match. We got some good ones going on, you know. We have some back and forth scoring as Coach mentioned with them, with these JV wrestlers, and it's a lot of fun tonight. So you've got Crookston on the right-hand mat, is that right?
Yep. And he is in. It should be 3-1 for Evanston Heffelbauer. Now they're back up on their feet.
All right, coming up on the left-hand mat, we've got Hudson England of Star Valley in the 120 weight class versus his opponent, Cale Stokes of Evanston.
And Heffelbauer with another takedown, so he'll take the 6-1 lead.
Hudson able to do a shuck by, get around back, and that's going to be a 3-point takedown for Hudson England.
Crookston up with another escape, 6-2. So far in this match, Heffelbauer's been the aggressor on the feet. There's a shot by Crookston in on the Fireman's, gets him over to his side, able to pick up the Fireman's and pick up 3. Brings a 6-5 match.
Hudson England's got a wing in. A little bit high in the weight, in the chest of the weight there to try and leverage his opponent over. Not able to get any near fall points out of it. Still has that arm in. Now stepping up and around the head. He's going to get some near fall points out of this. Let's see if he's going to get a pin. 53 seconds left. That's a long time to fight out of that position.
Starting the second period on the right-hand mat. We're going neutral. Crookston in on a double leg. If he can jump up and pop through the back, he'll have this takedown. He's almost there. He needs to keep driving, keep driving, keep driving.
And Hudson England was able to step over the top and get the weight chest to chest, and he's going to come away with a fall over his opponent, Stokes of Evanston.
And Crookston able to pick up the takedown and pick up the 8-2 lead halfway, quarter of the way through the second period here. Up now, Heffelbauer up to his feet, almost to get an escape or a reversal. He's in on that. Crookston's able to hang on that leg and keep control so far, but Heffelbauer's about ready to make it a reversal.
Down on the left-hand mat, we have Griffin Norris of Star Valley at the 132 weight class versus Timber Fitch of Evanston. Fitch was in on a double leg, able to elevate that and return Norris to the mat, so he's going to lead this one 3-0 at this point in the match. Fitch is in on an arm bar and transitions straight into a honeymooner and pins Norris. Great move by Evanston there. And he's going to win by fall.
That was a heck of a scramble there on the right-hand mat. Crookston able to hang onto that leg long enough and good enough to be able to keep control to where he didn't give up any points. Now we got some blood time, about 7 seconds left in that second period.
All right, down on the left-hand match, we've got Peyton McMurdo of Star Valley in the 138 weight class versus Wendell Hunnelt of Evanston. McMurdo has got a single leg and lets that go. They're going to center it back up in the middle of the mat. McMurdo able to get a leg and elevate that and lift his opponent down to the mat for a 3-point takedown. They are going to call an illegal move. Okay, he did both arms, but he never gave the point, so I'm assuming it was just a potentially dangerous rather than a dangerous call. McMurdo on top. Looking to lock up a cradle. He does, but he's going to have to roll it through, which he does, and getting some near fall points out of that cradle.
And here on the right-hand mat, Heffelbauer hit a switch right at the 7 seconds left. Crookston was able to hang on long enough, just barely, to keep it on to where he didn't give up any points. So we'll go in 8-6 in favor of Crookston going into the third period.
McMurdo still has that cradle locked up. He hasn't released that hold, so he's only going to get one set of back points out of that. Now he has released the hold, and he went back to the cradle. His opponent scooped the head, though. McMurdo's got to roll him through, and he does. And he's going to get another set of back points out of this. His opponent still has the head. Oh, he does release it finally. It's going to make the score 10-0 in favor of McMurdo.
Crookston able to get an escape here, get back to his feet. We're on our feet right here. He's almost in on the takedown here. That should be takedown. There's the 3. So Crookston will go up 12-6 on the right-hand mat. Doing a good job there. Coming back up to his feet, getting the escape, and then going right to the takedown, getting his takedown points.
Going into the second period, McMurdo defers, and his opponent chooses down. Starting the second period, 10-0 in favor of McMurdo.
1 minute left here on the right-hand mat. Crookston needs to just wrestle smart and keep wrestling and finish this match up. One thing I would suggest here, if Crookston watches this match and hears me commentating, he's getting no pressure on top position. He's just hanging on the hips. He needs to push with his feet and get his weight up on his opponent and pushing forward. That's why Heffelbauer is able to get these escapes, is because he's not having any weight on him. So those toes should be digging in the mat on the top position all the time.
McMurdo had a set of back points out of a cradle just a second ago, and now he's getting a separate set of back points. If he doesn't pin him here, it's going to be a tech fall anyways, which it is. That's going to do it. So tech fall for Peyton McMurdo over his opponent, Wendell Hunnelt of Evanston.
Starting again here on the right-hand mat. Once again, Crookston up 12-6. About 1 minute left in the match here. He gets out of position just a little bit. Heffelbauer able to skirt around, but Crookston still has the leg, so he still hasn't given up any points yet.
Down on the left-hand mat, we have Hunter Randall of Star Valley in the 150 weight class versus Eric Saverdra of Evanston.
Crookston able to hang on and not give up any points again. He does a good job of that. He almost gives up the reversal, and then he just hangs on and doesn't quite do it. So, oh, now he's kind of in trouble. He needs to be careful here and just bail out. There you go.
Yeah,
that's
better
all right.
to give up 2 than than a pin.
Gives up the 2 right at the end. So it should be 8-12.
Randall was able to get around on his opponent, and he's going to get a 3-point takedown out of that, looking to lock up a cradle.
So Crookston picking up the win, 8-12 over Heffelbauer from Evanston. We're going to jump down here to Chase Trompvine. Is that who I have?
Yep.
Chase Trompvine and Rylan Robinson.
Randall got some back points, and then his opponent was able to get head-to-head with him, and Randall able to get back around back and cover. So that makes the score 7-0 in favor of Randall of Star Valley with about 46 seconds left in the first period.
Trotvine picks up a good double leg takedown to take the 3-point lead. Place starting to fill up tonight. They might have to pull out the other bleachers.
Yeah, I hope they do.
It's looking good.
Nothing like a bleacher full of fans on a Thursday night for a wrestling match, especially when the center light comes down from the scoreboard. And no cooler environment, in my opinion, for those wrestlers to experience.
Trotvine put a full Nelson on over here, so he gives up 1 point. So the score is 3-1 in favor of Trotvine from Star Valley.
Randall still controls the mat down on the left-hand side. He leads 7-0, and that's going to be the score going into the second period.
Looks like Trotvine's got the crossface on, looking for that barbed wire. He needs to circle his head now. He's getting close to back points, but not quite there yet. Getting closer. He needs to get his leg cleared so he can circle. There he goes. Robinson from Evanston is doing a good job of hanging on to his leg and not getting him around. He did, however, pick up 2 back points, so Trotvine picks up another 2.
Randall's made a couple of good efforts to get up to his feet, but not able to escape his opponent's clasp as he was mat returned. Still not giving up any points, but Randall is looking. His opponent had both wrists controlled and was able to get Randall in a precarious position, but no back points out of it.
And Trotvine had another barbed wire on there looking to go over, but ran out of time. So they'll go into the second period 5-1 in favor of Trotvine.
Randall quick to his feet, looking to escape, not able to do so, but it is a locked hands by his opponent from Evanston, and that is going to be a penalty point in favor of Randall.
On the right-hand mat, Trotvine chooses bottom position in the second. Right to his feet. Yep, Evanston Robinson able to returning.
And Randall finally able to clear those hands and get that escape he's been looking for. Leads 9-0.
Trotvine's able to circle around. He's got the leg. He's almost out. Almost got the, there he gets the reversal. 7-1 in favor of Trotvine.
Randall in on a blast double, able to force his opponent out to the edge of the mat. He is going to get the takedown before they go out of bounds. That will make the score 12-0 in favor of Randall.
And Trotvine right back to that barbed wire. He likes that. But that Evanston Robinson keeps doing a good job of hooking his leg and keeping him out, but he does pick up 3 more back points. So that'll bring the score to 10-1 in favor of Trotvine.
Randall's got a cradle hooked up. He's got to be careful here as his high in his weight. He does have it locked up, but he's trying to debate what's the best way to bring it to its back. I would hope that he would step over to this near side. He's going to roll it across his body instead. He does get some near fall points. Oh, sorry, we had the same thing going on the other side.
Same thing, had a cradle going on, and Trotvine able to pick up the fall. So Chase Trotvine over Ryland Robinson from Evanston by a fall. Good job. He did a really good job on that crossface barbed wire and then on that crossface cradle.
And Hunter Randall able to get a tech fall out of his opponent as he put him in a cradle at the exact same time. And so we're going to move on to the next matches here. Good wins for Star Valley. Down on, let's see here, we got both going on the same time. Looks like you've got Colt Messerly on the right-hand side here.
Okay. Messerly's wrestling Max Tate from Evanston. And Messerly with the first takedown takes him down to his back, picking up some back points. He's got a lot of time. He's got him in a good position. If he can just hang on here and stay in good position, he may pick up a first period fall.
Down on the left-hand mat, we've got Tucker Hendricks of Star Valley in the 175 weight class versus Daniel Watson of Evanston. Now, Coach, tell me, this match started 1-0. What would cause a point to be awarded to one wrestler before the match starts?
That would be something like not having your shoelaces tied up or something like that, like taped up, or coming to the mat without your headgear, something like that.
Okay, so kind of like a delay of game, if you will.
Yeah.
I know I'm talking the wrong sport, but. Watson of Evanston in on a single leg, trying to elevate that. Hendricks goes into a headlock and not able to control it to the mat.
Messerly was able to pick up 4 back points, which brings the score to 7-0. He's looking for a tilt now. He rolls through, almost has it. Now didn't quite get there. Good attempt on that roll through tilt. Looking for the half now. He's got it on. Cinching it over. Looking good. Get that chest under there and drive. Come on. Getting some back points here. Messerly has Tate on his back. Looking tight, there's the fall. So Colt Messerly will pick up the fall over Max Tate from Evanston at 157 pounds.
Over on the left-hand side, a lot of good wrestling going back and forth on their shots. Ultimately, Watson in on a power double leg that's going to take Tucker Hendricks straight to his back, and Watson's going to come away with the pin.
And it's looking like I have got on the right-hand mat now Lincoln Brown from Star Valley against David McCoy from Evanston, 175 pounds.
That should mean that coming up on the other mat on the left-hand side of your screen, we've got Dustin Wortman again. He's going to be wrestling against Keston Blay of Evanston.
And McCoy in on a high crotch and to get the takedown to go up 3-0. Looking for some backs. He's getting a couple. Yep, he's getting some counts there. And picks up. Still got the same move on. Does have the 4 back points, so David McCoy will go up 7-0 over Lincoln Brown. Looking for another tilt. Almost got out of position, but was able to get it back and picking up some more back points.
You know, I'm seeing as we're getting towards the bottom of the lineup here, we've got a couple of JV wrestlers that are wrestling 2 matches. So that's some great mat time for both teams, that they can bring a good portion of their JV wrestlers out here and get some good mat time.
And David McCoy from Evanston will pick up the fall over Lincoln Brown from Star Valley. Yeah, you know, it's really good when both teams have a lot of JV kids, and then sometimes you'll have to have kids go twice so that everybody gets a match, but it's just good to have 25 matches. That's awesome to have.
All right, so once again, we've got Dustin Wortman down on the left-hand side, the 113 weight class, wrestling against Keston Blay of Evanston.
And coming up here on the right-hand mat, we'll have Cyrus Tolman against Wesley Hickman from Evanston.
Yeah, it's good to see Dustin Wortman here in the 113 weight class. That's a class we've been forfeiting at Varsity pretty much all season long. So hopefully he's able to step up and fill that hole as we're coming into the regional and state tournaments. Still a score of 0-0 down on the left-hand mat for Dustin Wortman. He's in on a single leg, transitions to a double leg. Now trying to elevate instead he's just going to put his hips right to the mat, and he's going to get a 3-point takedown out of it. Moving out on the edge of the mat, he's going to haul him back into our camera view there. And they're going to move it back to the center of the mat with Wortman starting on top.
Still no score down here with Tolman and Hickman.
Wortman's Evanston wrestler up to his feet and able to get an escape point, makes the score 3-1 in favor of Wortman.
Tolman in on a corner single. He does have the leg, but Hickman's doing a good job sprawling and getting his hip down. Broke the hands of Tolman. Now he's looking like he might scoot around behind and get the takedown, and he does. So Hickman will pick up the first 3 points of the match.
Going now into the second period, down on the left-hand side of your screen. Dustin Wortman leads the match 3-1 over his opponent, Keston Blay of Evanston. Looks like Wortman is going to start on bottom. Oh, nice switch by Dustin. He flipped right back around and put his opponent straight to his back. May get a pin out of this. He's hooking that arm. He's got a wing in now. And now he's there. He's just got to get the weight right. He's a little bit high with his weight, but he is stretching that arm out. That's going to be really close to a pin, if not a pin here shortly. There we go. Good pin by Dustin Wortman over his opponent, Blay of Evanston in the 113 class.
Still 3-0 on the right-hand mat with Hickman ahead of Tolman.
Coming up on the left-hand mat, we've got PJ Lorimer of Star Valley in the 150 weight class versus Garrett Horton of Evanston.
Cyrus finds himself behind here by 3. He needs to open up a little bit here on offense on his feet and see if he can't tie it up with the takedown of his own. However, Hickman in on a shot.
Lorimer in on a beautiful single leg. Trying to get around the corner. Great spot by his opponent. Transitions off to a double. Now back to a single. Trying to get around that corner. Not able to do so. Evanston doing a great job of getting back up to his feet. Beautiful firemen's by the Evanston wrestler on PJ Lorimer. Garrett Horton returns him to the mat, and that's going to be a 3-point takedown for Horton.
Here on mat number, or on, I keep wanting to say mat number on the right-hand mat, just a lot of pushing and shoving going on their feet, not a lot of shot taken. I'm kind of surprised the ref hasn't kind of stopped him and get him going a little bit.
Lorimer able to get back up to his feet. His opponent reshoots, but does it out of bounds. So that's going to be a 1-point escape for Lorimer. Brings the score 3-1 in favor of Evanston, starting back in the middle at a neutral position. Lorimer in on a single, able to dump his opponent backwards. That's going to be a 3-point takedown if he can cover, but he's not able to do so. His opponent then grabs an arm and a leg and dumps him back. And he's going to get the 3-point takedown instead, making the score 6-1.
Going into the third period on the right-hand mat, Tolman finds himself behind by 3. He's choosing bottom position. See if he can't pick up some points there.
All right, what's going on down here? What was that move? He had PJ's arm locked up, crossbody across there, and then he had a hand through the crotch and holding on to that.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
He still has he had a 2-on-1 there.
So he did a roll through tilt there is what he did, and then ended up.
And he's going to end up with a pin there.
If he had that wrist and then he reached through the legs, we call that a ponytail.
Okay. Usually not necessarily a pinning move, but it's a tilt move, right?
Yep. And so Tolman does pick up the 1 escape here. So he's got about 1 minute and 30 seconds here to try to pick up a takedown for the go-ahead win here. He is only down by 2, so the takedown would win it, but he needs to get offense going here.
We've got Hudson Newell of the 157 weight class down on the left-hand mat against his opponent Damian Westenskow of Evanston. Boy, this right-hand mat's going to come right down to it.
It is. He's got 1 minute left. He's got to get a good shot here. Not in panic mode yet, but he's got to get a good shot. Needs to do a little urgency here, get going a little bit. He's kind of letting Hickman do most of the offensive stuff. Tolman needs to open up a little bit and get a shot here.
Hudson's opponent, Damian Westenskow, able to do a shuck by and get back behind. That's going to be a 3-point takedown. Westenskow has got a wing in and transitioned off to a power half and now has abandoned that. Boy, down here on the right-hand mat, if
he's on a shot, if he can just
suck that leg underneath.
He's got to try to suck it up, and I think Hickman's got a cross face enough there. It's on his face enough that it's stopping him from doing it. And did they run out of time?
Yep, they did.
Ran out of time, but so that'll still allow Hickman to win it anyway. So nice match. went down to the wire, but Hickman from Evanston picking up the win over Tolman from Star Valley.
Weston Scow currently leads this match on the left-hand side, 3-0 over Hudson Newell. And they're coming down to the end of this for the first period.
On the right-hand match, we'll be picking up 165 pounds Marty Birch of Star Valley and Chad Emmett from Evanston.
Hudson working off bottom. Was looking for a sit-out switch there. His opponent was able to cover the hips really well. And that's going to end that the first period. Going to the second period, 3-0 in favor of Evanston.
No score yet on the right-hand mat. Now Marty Birch has reached around to get the single leg. Got it picked up now. If he can finish here, there he goes. He's got the first takedown. So Marty Birch will go ahead 3-0 at the beginning of this match.
Weston Scow able to get back around behind Newell, but Newell not putting his hands down to the mat and not giving up any points. He's now got his opponent in a front headlock. They're going to move on out of bounds, though, and they're going to give it back at the center of the mat.
.30 seconds left here in the right-hand mat. Marty doing a good job on top position. Looking for that wrist, has got it. Now he's got to use it. He's doing a good job hanging on to it.
Newell's got a front headlock, needs to get around the corner. He got a knee, and now is able to drop his opponent straight to his back, but his opponent able to roll through it and puts Newell right to his back. So instead of a three-point takedown, we end up with a takedown from Evanston.
Looks like we got a little blood time on the mat on the right-hand side.
Newell currently trailing his match 6-0, 25 seconds left in the second period. His opponent, Damian Westenscow from Evanston. Newell was up to his feet, but it wasn't able to clear his opponent's hands and create that separation. He has a quick scoot forward. His opponent able to grab his arm and return him back to the mat. And that's going to bring an end to our second period. Going into the third period with Star Valley trailing by 6.
On the right-hand mat, just starting the second period, both wrestlers neutral with Marty Birch up 3-0. Marty's a good tall wrestler. If he can learn to use that length, it could be a big advantage for him.
It's hard to get in close on a tall wrestler, right?
I used to hate wrestling tall wrestlers. You just think you got something, and they reach over and grab your ankle or something, and it just seems like it's hard to score on them.
Hudson still fighting off bottom. Trying to clear those hands and get up to a tripod. Not able to do so. His opponent now has a wing in. And a half. And now he's going to put him in, stack him up. That's going to be some near fall points out of it. That's in pretty tight. That may end up being a pin here. Oh, Newell able to do a good job of getting back to his knees. That is going to be 4 points, though, for his opponent, making the score 10-0.
And on the right-hand mat, Marty Birch picking up another takedown, so that'll bring his lead to 6-0 over Emmett.
And Weston Scow of Evanston does a full Nilsson. And so that's going to be, oh, I think they gave the point to the wrong opponent. Should be 10-1, I believe. Newell up to his feet, but his opponent has a 2-on-1 on and is able to return him to the mat straight into a tilt. He's going to get 3 points out of that as soon as he releases that 2-on-1.
And Evanston's Emmett up to his feet almost.
Oh, hey, Weston Newell just reversed. He's put his opponent straight to his back. He's trailing this match 11-2, and now he's going to get some back points out of this and possibly a fall. Nine seconds left. Still trailing the match by 9 points, and he's going to get the pin with 6 seconds left, trailing by 9 points. You know, that's why you wrestle it all the way through to the end.
That's why you do.
What a great comeback win for Hudson Newell. Is this still Birch down on the right-hand side?
Still Birch. They've had a little bit of blood time going on. Still, Birch is up 6-0. Going into the third period now. And Birch will start off in bottom position here.
Now we've got Kiesel Hebden at the 215 weight class down on the left-hand side versus Cooper Weston Scow. I'm assuming he and Damian Weston Scow are brothers. Just a shot in the dark there, but I'd assume that's the case.
Brothers or cousins.
Yeah.
Birch was able to get to his feet, but Emmett was able to return him back, so Birch couldn't quite get an escape point there.
And 9 seconds into the Kiesel Hebden match, and they got blood time already.
Evanston over here was looking for that half. Evanston runs the half Nelson about as good as any team in the state, so you got to really watch him getting that half on. So far, Marty's doing a good job with that. He doesn't want to do that, though. He doesn't want to reach back up. See, he's got that head down. If he could get that head up like that, then he could step up and.
He's got a leg.
Now he's got a leg.
Boy, it makes it so difficult when your taller opponent reaches over the back and grabs that ankle.
Yeah, it does. Oh, and now Evanston in on a barbed wire. Sable circling him around. Marty so far is able to fight it off. We'll see here. Evanston only has the barbed wire by the wrist. That's the only reason he doesn't. Now he's able to pick up some back points. Switched off to a half. Marty's able to roll through it. Hopefully he can do that and just give up the couple back points and not give up the 4. He did give up the 4. That's going to tie the match up. Marty gets to his feet. That should put Marty up by 1. Evanston's in on the takedown, though, on a single leg. Marty's up. Sorry, I had the score wrong. It's 7-4. Sorry. Marty's still up by 3. Looks like he's going to hang on and win it. It's been some nice tight matches in the end here. So Marty Birch will pick up the win, 7-4.
Kiesel down on the left-hand mat has what I like to refer to affectionately as a tackle takedown. Not really any legs involved, more just you're going to the mat. So a good takedown for Kiesel. He leads the match 3-0 in the first period, about 50 seconds left.
And on the right-hand mat, 144 pounds, we have Colby Merritt and Coulter Marlower. Colby looking for the high crotch there. Colby's been one of those that's been back and forth on varsity a little bit too. You know, nice double leg, but they run off the mat.
Kiesel in on a double leg, and his opponent able to block it, get back around back. It's going to be a 3-point takedown, but he immediately goes back up to his feet. It's going to make the score 3-1 in favor of Evanston.
Coulter looking for that corner single, gets around, gets the leg elevated. Marlower trying to freestyle funk there and doesn't get it. And Merritt able to pick up the takedown. Goes up 3-0.
You mentioned that Colby's been wrestling some varsity too, and it's really tough. He's in the same weight class as Ty Thompson's at 144 right now too. I mean, I mean, both great wrestlers. You know, unfortunately, one's got to be varsity, but that's going to bode well for us going into regionals and into state.
That's one of the advantages of having that 2 kids in a weight class. It gives them both an opportunity. Picking up some back points here now. Colby's in really good position here. He's got a lot of time left, and he picks up the fall. So 144 pounds, Colby Merritt picking up the fall over Coulter Malor from Evanston. Nice match there by Coulter.
Down on the left-hand mat, we've got Kiesel Hebden. He is now currently trailing his match 4-5 to his opponent Cooper Westenskow of Evanston. Cooper's got looking for a throw lock. He's got the front headlock on and that left-hand arm scooped. Possibly looking to drive around the left-hand side, and his opponent's able to do a shuck by instead and get behind.
Oh, we got another match here.
3-point takedown and then right back up. Kiesel able to get the separation. That's going to be a 1-point escape and a 3-point takedown by Kiesel. So now we have a match score of 8-6.
On the right-hand mat, we've got Carson Clapp of Star Valley and Tony Serta from Evanston, 165 pounds.
These will be our last 2 JV matches of the night. And then we will most likely go to commercial for a short time. I'm going to leave you guys in the great hands of Coach Guild here, as my son is a senior tonight. He's going to be doing a senior walk, and so I'm going to go down and join him. And then I'll come back and rejoin the broadcast for the varsity matches.
And Clapp picking up the first takedown. Goes ahead 3-0. He's got the wrist controlled.
Hebden's going to start on top. About 50 seconds left in the second period. He's trailing by 2 points, but he's able to elevate that leg, put his opponent down to the mat, and he's now looking to dig out a barbed wire. Able to do so, not enough to get a back points though.
Clapp's got a barbed wire on of his own. He's got his opponent on his back. Picks up 4 back points.
Hebden now has an arm trapped and has an arm bar, putting his opponent right to his back. That's going to be a pin. Oh, the ref moved just as the shoulders touched the mat. And his opponent's actually able to squirrel out of that. So Kiesel is going to get 4 points, but his opponent's also going to get a 2-point reversal out of it. Hebden now does lead the match. Actually, it's tied now 10-10. And that's going to be the score going into the third period. Kiesel able to stand up, actually, so now it's going to be 11-10.
Clapp's got a leg in looking for the power half, but he's a little high. And Serta's got his arm now. Now, there he goes. He's got both boots in
legs
now.
Flatten him out.
Now he's getting that power half going. Stretching him forward just like he should. He's going to pick up a few. Oh, just gets a 1 count and runs out of time. So going into the second round, Clapp's up 7-0.
Kiesel immediately up to his feet and is able to get back around. It's going to be a 2-point reversal. 13-10 in favor of Kiesel on the left-hand mat. Go ahead.
Right-hand mat, Clapp's choice is choosing to go neutral to start this second period. Clapp in on the front head. Serta switches off to the single. And
wow. Kiesel had a half on. His opponent went to roll through it, and Kiesel was able to trap his leg, and he just stalled just long enough on his shoulders to come away with a pin. So a pin for Kiesel Hebden in the 215 weight class.
Clapp in on the double leg, able to pick up another takedown here. He brings the score to 10-0 on the right-hand mat here. Yeah, you know, I heard you say you tried to roll through a half there. That's one thing that we teach all the time. You never try to roll through a half. That never ends up good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, and Clapp able to turn his opponent over to his back, keeping that 1 foot in. That's one of the rule changes this year. Gets the fall with just 1 toe in on the mat.
That's awesome. So great JV wrestling tonight.
Nice mat awareness on that last bit there by Carson Clapp.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break as we are going to break it down to one single mat for the varsity duel that is coming up here. We've got senior night. We're going to be honoring 7 seniors in the boys here. Let's see if I can get them all without missing them. We've got Cameron Mickelson, Damian Burgess, Ty Thompson. We've got the Hunting twins, both Daryl and Lane, and Cooper Burke. Right, so is that all of them?
I think so.
Let's take a look here.
Ty Thompson.
Oh, nope, I missed Grant Thompson.
Oh, yep.
Grant Thompson. So we've got 7 seniors. That's going to be it's going to be some great varsity wrestling coming up here. Coach, anything before we cut to commercial?
No, just that the JV looked good, and it's good to see that many matches for our JV kids. That's, to pick up 25 matches, that's really good.
It is indeed. Hey, if you're here in town, come on over and join us for the varsity matches. The bleachers are pretty full, but we'd still love to have you. We're going to go to commercial as we're prepping for the varsity match. Thanks for joining us on the SVI Sports Network.
Are you ready to join a legacy of service and adventure? The Wyoming National Guard invites you to be a part of something bigger. With us, you can serve your state and nation, all while pursuing your dreams. In the Wyoming National Guard, we ride for the brand and fly for the brand. Embrace the opportunity, make a part-time commitment, and become a guardian of Wyoming's future. Join us today and be a part of a tradition like no other. Your journey begins here.
For 18 years, Miles CPA has been your trusted partner in Star Valley, blending experience and expertise to support our community's financial needs. With a combined 75 years of experience, our dedicated team includes 3 skilled CPAs, along with 3 specialized bookkeepers. We're thrilled to welcome Amanda Wilford, our newest CPA, to the Miles CPA family. Together, we offer unmatched services in bookkeeping, payroll, business consulting, and tax preparation. Your financial success is our priority. Miles CPA, always a strong supporter of Star Valley Braves sports and activities. Go Braves!
Meet your 2025 Star Valley Braves and Lady Braves. Scan the code for a complete roster with pictures and player information. Presented by the University of Wyoming and Star Valley Health. It's your 2025 Star Valley Braves.
1 in 5 people in our community don't know where their next meal will come from. And sadly, many of those affected with hunger are children. The Evanston Food Pantry is open every week to make sure no one goes to bed on an empty belly.
Your donation makes a difference.
Your donation makes a difference. Come make a difference at the Evanston Food Pantry.
If you feel a burning in the back of your heel or lower calf that worsens with activity, you may have Achilles tendonitis. This often occurs as the result of repeated movements of certain sports, such as running, tennis, or basketball. Dr. Andrew McCall at Alpine Foot and Ankle is your local expert for Achilles tendonitis treatments and many more foot and ankle problems. To learn more and to schedule a consultation, visit alpinefootанdankle.clinic. That's alpinefootанdankle.clinic. There's still time to get out and enjoy what winter has to offer in beautiful Alpine, Wyoming. Snowmobile in the backcountry with your own sled, or rent one from a local retailer. You could also enjoy the scenery on snowshoes or go cross-country skiing on our groomed trails. Maybe get out on the ice for some excellent fishing. And of course, stay a while with exceptional lodging and dining options. Enjoy the winter while you still can and book your stay in Alpine, Wyoming.
Assist to Sell, the Realty team knows that buying and selling in our current market is expensive. Their full service assistance will save you thousands on your next real estate transaction. Call Mandy Jack or Ashley Cranny today to find out how. See how we sell your home and save you money? Very demure, very cutesy. Call Assist to Sell the Realty Team today for your next real estate transaction.
Vail Valley Construction is your local source in Star Valley for quality asphalt paving. Whether it's residential or commercial driveway or parking, Vail Valley will have it done with great service at a great price. To get started, visit availvalley.com.
B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on.
While the Bank of Jackson Hole has grown over the years, our commitment to our clients and their financial well-being remains the cornerstone of our business. With responsive local decision-making and a true appreciation for the health of our community, our vision is to provide a banking experience that is all about you, the client. When it comes to navigating the local landscape, Bank of Jackson Hole has proven year over year that we know the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Battleson Brothers stock with massive discounts. Right now, while supplies lasts, find select LVP and carpet 50% off. Battleson Brothers also has over 8,500 square feet of hardwood, normally $7.99 per square foot, but currently just $3.99. And choose select tile for just $1.99 per square foot. Come see the flooring professionals, located 1 block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Bill Nabe, I operate Teton Truss. We build roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, we're on a first name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
This wrestling broadcast is produced by SVI Media. Any use of this broadcast without permission is prohibited.
Bleachers, so
That's a bittersweet feeling, though, when you do that, isn't it?
You know, you tear up a little bit. Damien is our oldest, so these are some new emotions that we're having with letting him go and off to an LDS mission and off to college, and it's just different. Changes the whole dynamics of the family, not necessarily in a bad way, but it's going to be fun. And boy, what a great group of seniors that we have out there. Mm-hmm. Grant Thompson, just a phenomenal athlete and upstanding person. The Hunting twins, man, I love the Hunting twins. I got so many stories about. Damien tells me of road trips and how in fact, when we were in junior high and in the earlier years of high school, when Damien would go on road trips with the wrestling team, we would intentionally buy additional food or extra food for Lane and Daryl. And they would always eat it. And they just two great, happy-go-lucky kids, so it's fun to have them. We've got Cameron Mickelson this year as well. Ty Thompson, I mentioned in one of the other broadcasts that we have this picture at home of Ty and Damien wrestling USA Wrestling at probably 6 years old, and I think we were in Evanston or something. And, you know, curly red-headed Ty, and Damien actually had curls back then too. And to see where they're at now is such a cool thing. And then the Burks, you know, just watching Cooper kind of grow up in the shadow of his brothers a little bit. But towards the end there, man, his aggressiveness just made him such a great and elite wrestler. And just a great group of seniors. I know that Coach would say the same thing, as he's come up here and had a couple of interviews with us as well. And fun to see this class not only move on from necessarily wrestling, but to see the men that they have become because of wrestling. And that is not just solely attributed to them, but also to their parents, to their coaches, to the program, to the fans. It's an awesome thing, and we thank everybody as a community for helping raise these 7 seniors that are going to be moving on.
Yeah, it's always fun. You get it, you know, if you follow the sport of wrestling, it's small enough that you watch these kids, like you said, from the time they're 5, 6 years old, and you watch them all the way through. And And it's just fun to watch them when they become seniors and see that growth. And it's an excellent sport. Not a better sport that you can find to turn these boys into young men. And the Braves take the mat for the first time tonight. Excited for this duel against the Evanston Red Devils. Those of you that know me know that I was an Evanston Red Devil when I went to high school, and so I know all these, the coaches and everything really well. In fact, one of the coaches is married to my cousin. I have a nephew wrestling tonight, so Evanston's got roots for me. I welcome Coach Garth Wagstaff and his staff to Star Valley tonight, and wish them good luck, and excited for this duel tonight.
Absolutely. It's so much fun to have the Evanston Red Devils here, and with the ties, with Coach Guild here. We're going to go into the face-off. I didn't know that you had a nephew wrestling tonight. That's a fun deal. Hey, we're going to take a small radio break, just an audio break for the national anthem. Go, folks, for the national anthem. Coach Gill, do you know who that was that sang that?
Yeah, I do, but I can't remember his name.
That's all right. It might come to you later, but what a great job. Love the bass notes coming out on that. All right, we've got the face-off now. We've got the Evanston Red Devils on the right-hand side and your Star Valley Braves on the left-hand side.
I want to make a shout-out real quick as they're doing that here. A shout-out to the wrestling officials.
Yes. I was just going to ask if is this...
This is Reed Ballard.
Okay.
Officiating tonight. He used to teach here, and he's up at Jackson now. But just a shout-out to the officials because it's not an easy job. I officiated for a year, and that was enough for me.
It's a thankless job.
And so we're just glad that they do it and that they're willing to and that they love the sport of wrestling enough to do it.
Absolutely. It's great. And, it's easy for us to be judgmental from the stands in regards to the referees in any sport. And so we truly do appreciate our officials in every sport, and especially in this one tonight as you said it was referee Reed?
Reed Ballard.
Reed Ballard.
Reed Pebbles. Sorry, not Ballard.
I was going to say, I thought it was Pebbles. Okay,
Reed
yeah,
Pebbles.
it is Pebbles.
Reed Pebbles.
All right, we're going to start at the 144 weight class tonight for the varsity duel. We have from Evanston, we have Gray Hamilton versus Ty Thompson, a senior from Star Valley. At 115 pounds from Evanston, we have Carter Moore. And from Star Valley, we have Hazen Hess. At 157 pounds, we have Bridger Roberts of Evanston. And Cooper Burke of Star Valley, a senior. At 165 pounds, we have Zachary Welling of Evanston. And from Star Valley, we have another senior, Cameron Mickelson. At the 175 weight class, we have Ian Hunnelt of Evanston and a senior from Star Valley, Damian Burgess. At 190 pounds, we have Luke Guild of Evanston. And of Star Valley, we have Ryan Talbot. At the 215 weight class, we have Tayton Mills of Evanston. And of Star Valley, Elijah Maltotia. At 285 weight class, we have Quade Peterson. And from Star Valley, a senior, Grant Thompson. At the 106 weight class, we have Tayson Moon of Evanston. And it looks like Star Valley is going to have an open weight class at the 106 tonight. At 113 pounds, we have from Evanston, Emery Kohler, and from Star Valley, Nolan Hyde. At the 120 weight class, we have Keith Shelton of Evanston and Kimball Perry of Star Valley. At 126 pounds, we have Skylar Tippett of Evanston and Calvin Green of Star Valley. At the 132 weight class, we have Caden Marler of Evanston and Maxwell Girac of Star Valley. And for your final match of the night, from Evanston in the 138 weight class, we have Kobe Hamilton. And from Star Valley, we have Till Perry. Should be some great wrestling tonight.
Some good lineups there. I see some, number 1 versus number 3, some 3s and 4s, going up against each other, rankings in the state. So there's going to be some good matches tonight.
We've got 4 of our seniors out there for the coin toss tonight. We've got Grant Thompson, Damian Burgess, Cooper Burke, and Cameron Mickelson. Coach Pebbles, if I'm not mistaken, or referee Pebbles, was actually part of the junior high program, I believe, for some of these senior boys just before he left for Jackson. And so our boys are quite familiar with Coach Pebbles. All right, so here we go. We're going to start at the 144 weight class with Ty Thompson of Star Valley. Listen to that walk-up music. That's awesome. All right, and we've got Gray Hamilton of Evanston. Both wrestlers trying to set it up, tie into a front headlock.
Trying a little shuck by there, but he's got to get a little momentum first, so it's not quite there. Switching back off to the front head. Needs to get that head deep down in those ribs. He's got his arm just a little bit deep there.
Not able to get around the corner to get his head in the hole and go for the leg.
That gives Hamilton the opportunity, how he has that elbow there at stopping him from getting around there like he should. Now Hamilton driving in. Ty switching off to the cow catcher.
Ty says, come back. I want you back on the mat here. Ty still has that front headlock on.
Stalemate call there.
Moving back to the center of the mat. Hamilton on a single leg.
He's got the elbow trying for the fireman's carry and does pick up the first takedown.
40 seconds left in this, the first period. Ty has a great sit-up, able to get up to his feet, And
turn now if he can face him and get out here, break the hands. Now he's trying to do a fireman's of his own, but he's able to get to his feet and get the escape. Now he's on a Russian tie.
Ty is really good at that inside trip as well.
Trying for that duck to the double leg, but it's not quite there. Now Hamilton has the underhook, putting a lot of pressure in on Ty. And they go out of bounds.
All right, so it looks like we're going to move into the second period. Well, we got 1 second left, but we're going to move into the second period with a score of 3-1, and that is going to be in favor of Hamilton of Evanston.
I'm wondering if they bumped Hamilton up a weight class. I have him ranked at 144 pounds.
That's the class where we're at, is 144. I think Ty's been wrestling 150 up until I think just this last week.
They've got him ranked at 50 then.
Yeah, I think even at the Ronthon he was at 50.
Okay. Knew there was something odd going on there.
All right, we got a caution on Evanston. Ty up to his feet and able to clear his ankle. It's going to give him another escape point. Score 3-2.
Ty looking for that ankle pick. Gets it picked up.
Oh, his momentum carries him over the top, though.
Hamilton able to get over to a single leg position. Ty's trying to crank on the body wrap. Oh, and Hamilton cuts it back to the double and able to pick up the takedown. Ty looking for the switch. He's able to get around. Almost has it. Hamilton ready, and he does get to 2.
Wow, a lot of great wrestling going on here. 6-4. As we're going takedown, reversal, stand up, takedown, reversal, stand up.
Just like that, we knew there'd be some great matches, and this one is not disappointed yet. Ty with the barbed wire and the belly dump. It's got him over, picking up some backers here. He's got a lot of time if he can just settle in right here.
And that belly dump by Ty was nice just to catch his opponent off guard, put him straight to his back.
Hamilton able to get out. Ty's got the front quarter on.
Ty's going to get back around behind and maintain the control. He is now going to lead the match 8-6.
Wow, we starting off good, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Hamilton getting up to his feet. Ty looking for the near side cradle, gets it locked up. Picking up some more back points here. He's in good position now.
His opponent doing a good job. He threads his leg in between, but he's still going to get the pin out of it.
Nice job, Ty. That was an excellent match.
Nice, tough fought match. Score going back and forth. Ty Thompson's going to come away with the fall at the 144 weight class. That'll make the score, the team score, 6-0 in favor of Star Valley. All right, now we got Hazen Hess coming up for Star Valley in the 150 weight class, and his opponent, Carter Moore of Evanston. Hazen has got those broad shoulders. He's been looking really good this season thus far as well.
Carter Moore, one of the assistant coach's sons from Evanston. He's actually related to me, I guess you could say. His mother is my cousin from down there, so watch these guys grow up. And on a fireman's, they must be looking for firemen's tonight. That's the second one we've seen by Evanston tonight. Looking for it again. He's got the elbow.
Hazen's able
Hazen
to
on the front head.
Kind of a front head, not a very
trying to get on
too
the front
deep.
head.
Yeah.
Now, both wrestlers do a good job with counters. Moore in on trying that fireman's again. Hazen able to stop it again. Now he's got a front head on of his own.
There we go. Got to the leg.
Almost got to that leg. Good job by Hess there, looking for that near leg. Looking for that, man. He's got to watch that little fireman's of his. He's trying. It's like the 4th time he's tried that. Hazen thus far, though, has done a good job countering it. Moore looking out for that corner singles. Got it round.
Snuck
got
in
the
on
leg.
that leg.
Hess is doing a good job in on the Wizard and able to get his hips back out and square up. Man, he's cranking on that Wizard hard. He's able to get squared back up. That's exactly what he needs to do. He's got a front quarter on. Looking to come around out. He's looking for the pancake.
Still has a wing in. Now to a hard crossface.
He's got the arm stretched across the back. Looking for that crossface. Can't quite get to that elbow. Now he gets to that elbow. Now he's got it over.
Stretch that arm out. Oh, nice roll through by his opponent. Hazen doing a good job of keeping that arm. So we're going to move into the second period with a score of 3-0 in favor of Hazen over his opponent Moore of Evanston. Looks like we're going to start in the neutral position for the second period. Well, usually in a match like this, you've got one that's the aggressor, but they're both being aggressive.
They are. There's more with that little Fireman's again. And this time he almost had it, and then right at the last second, and Hess is able to wing him over. And then
who's going to get up
and
first?
Then Moore's able to hit Hess over, and then Hess is spinning around. And that was a good scramble right there by both wrestlers. Now Moore's in on the single. Hess is able to flip him out, keeping his toes in. There's stalemate. Oh. That was a good scramble.
Oh, right yeah. There. After all that wrestling, and we're going to go back to the middle in a neutral position.
A lot of work for no points.
Yeah.
Moore in, trying to shoot on a double leg, doesn't quite get there. Hess is on that front quarter again, really, really cranking on it. Skirts around behind and gets the takedown.
Makes the score 6-0 in favor of Hess. Now working on that arm bar, pulls that arm behind the back.
Scoops the, oh.
Now Hazen goes to an ankle. Trying to flatten his opponent back out on the mat. His opponent doing a good job of fighting for hand control underneath.
Got the 2-on-1 now if he can. Moore's doing a pretty good job rolling it out, getting the wrist cleared. Hess is doing a good job
now
staying
he's got the 2-on-1 underneath.
Looking for that long arm cradle. It's not there. Ooh, that was a crossface.
Moore of Evanston saw that one coming and kind of ducked his head into his shoulder a little bit, but he's still got a pretty good forearm across the nose there. Hey, that's going to end our second period. We're going to go into the third with a score of 6-0 of Hess over Moore of Evanston. And it's going to be Hazen's choice. He's going to choose down. He's into a quick sit out, looking for a switch, able to get the arm under the leg, and is going to get the switch out of it. Well, he's not there yet. He's got to clear.
Moore still got that
arms or get around, cover the leg. Hazen's got an ankle right now. Now he's off
now
to.
He's getting the crossface.
There we go. Get around, get your points, Hazen.
Yeah, he's still, Moore's able to still hook and grab that leg. Hess does a really good job with that front quarter and really cranking on that arm.
He's hipping down, putting a lot of pressure on Moore's hands there. Able to clear his hands, but now he's got to block and get behind.
There should be the 2 right there.
So because Moore's hands were on the mat when Hazen covered his hips, that is a takedown. Had Moore lifted his hands up before Hazen got behind, it's not a takedown.
Actually, that was a reversal.
Oh, that was a reversal.
That was a reversal because we were on bottom. And when we came to our feet, even though you get around behind him on your feet, is still considered a reversal.
Oh, okay.
So.
Scores 8-0 in favor of Hazen. He's still trying to dig out those wrists on bottom. 40 seconds left in the match.
Hazen's doing a good job. Just, if we had riding time like they do in college, you'd have that built up pretty good.
Oh, for sure.
She's doing a good job on top position, staying in good position, not getting in trouble.
Now he's got both wrists. Releases those. Put him back down to the mat. 16 seconds left. Another hard crossface. And again. Boy, great match by Hazen.
Yep.
That's got to be tough for the Evanston wrestler to be on bottom and fighting that out the whole time while Hazen's beating him up. So great match for both competitors out there. Hazen Hess coming away with a minor decision. Oh no, it's 10-0. That's a major decision. That's going to be 4 points for Star Valley, making the score 10-0 in favor of Star Valley. All right, here we go with Cooper Burke. And Mr. Burke, I like to call him Hurricane Burke. Watch how he just stalks his prey out here. Ankle pick attempt by Evanston. Cooper just so quick to get around on that corner single, elevate that leg. And now he's going to trip and get back there. 3-point takedown for Burke.
Nice
Burke's
job
so
on that.
good at keeping his feet in bounds.
He really is.
Burke puts a leg in.
He's a super physical wrestler.
Yes.
I think of all of our kids this year, he would be the one that would be the least fun to have to wrestle.
Yeah.
Because he is just brutal.
Yeah,
Looking
you
for
know,
that ski out there.
you come out of a match with Cooper Burke and you feel like you've been in a boxing match.
He's trying to scoot that, so if he can get that hip all the way over, then he'll do that crossface, and then he's going to try to bend you in a U.
He gets that leg in and he flattens you out, and you'll see at times that Cooper just arches his back a little bit and puts his hands out. He's waiting for his opponent to make a decision, then he goes on it. Burke looking for possibly a guillotine. He's trying to dig out that arm on the other side. He does like that guillotine. That's what he's looking for. And what makes that guillotine so successful is the fact that he's got that leg in so deep on the offside, right?
Yeah, he switched off here. He reaching through. He was going to try the tilt there, and then Roberts of Evanston was able to just get his arm clear to get out of that. So right now, Roberts is actually doing a good job of just staying flat and not giving up anything to Cooper.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, to go into the second round, 3-0.
Yeah, that's pretty good first period there for Roberts.
Now, this is Bridger Roberts. Brady Roberts, I believe, is his older brother that graduated last year, state champion wrestler, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they have him ranked at 6th right now. Cooper ranked number 1, and then he's ranked 6th in the 4A. So he's not a slouch.
No, not by any means.
Escape there by Cooper. It's what it looks like he does, doesn't he? Just stalks. He just stays right in his stance. Just moving forward slowly. Standing right in good position there. Rushing 2-on-1. There.
One minute left in this second period. Cooper Burke leading 4-0 over his opponent, Bridger Roberts of Evanston.
Bridger's going to look for a high crotch there. Looking for the arm drag there. That nice little movement there by Roberts. Burke into the fireman's, got him on his hip and is able to get him over. It keeps, almost had the back there, but not quite. Picks up the other 3 on the takedown. 7-0.
Oh, hard crossface. Cooper is so quick to get that leg in that sometimes you're just like, I just dug that out.
Yeah.
How to get back in there so quickly?
Yeah, Roberts is doing a good job keeping him out of it now. He's got the blanket right on. He's looking for that leg, but I think Roberts knows it's coming, so he's trying to block that now. And it's the only problem is it's not Cooper's only trick that he has.
All right, so we're going to go into the third period. And, man, to go into the third period with Cooper Burke, that may be one of the few times this year that Burke has gone into the third period. So it's score 7-0. But, boy, the score really not reflective of the wrestling that's going on right here.
And, both of them over-under hooks. Got to be careful here. You don't get thrown. Cooper's doing a good job just blocking the hips there. You don't want to make a mistake and get tossed here. Have to keep in mind that regional seeding's at play here too in some of these matches, and so you don't want to give up a fancy throw and screw up your seeding at regionals in next week.
Right. With Evanston coming up here for regionals next week, they get to make the trip 2 weeks in a row. Of course, they're probably traveling the least out of any of the other teams coming here.
Besides Jackson, yep. Nice underhook there by Cooper. Looking for the leg, gets it, but it's out of bounds. Right now here, really, Roberts has got to be on the aggressor. You know, Cooper just can wrestle smart and stay out of stuff and keep moving and working, and he's in good shape. Roberts has got to really pick his pace up if he wants to try to get back into the match, and he's almost on a takedown there. It's kind of a funky little, but Cooper's able to get underneath his far leg, and that's why there's no points being awarded right there.
Yeah, so it looked like Roberts was going for a throw there, and Cooper saw it coming. He ducked out right behind and put his arms around his waist, was able to neutralize that throw, and they end up out of bounds. 37 seconds left in the match. Burke still leading 7-0. And we've got Burke down tonight, too, to 157. He's been wrestling 165. 10 seconds left in the match. Looks like Burke's going to come away with the win here. He does do a headlock whip to the ground, but there's not going to be no points out of that. Out of bounds, 2 seconds left. Can't imagine much points is going to come out of the next 2 seconds. And that's going to do it. So that is a minor decision for Cooper Burke. And really, that is a victory against Cooper Burke. That's a great, hard-fought match.
Yep.
By let's see here. Who was that? By Bridger Roberts of Evanston.
Yep, that was a good match. Well, hard-fought match by both. Cooper looked good.
All right, now we've got Cameron Mickelson in the 165 weight class. Cooper moving down, and that's going to allow Cameron to step into that spot against his opponent, Zachary Welling of Evanston. Welling in on a single leg.
Mickelson able to spin around and get the takedown.
Good mat return. Ooh, that was, he almost put him right to his head.
That actually should have been stopped as soon as, if you have that arm trapped and you lift him like that, that's supposed to be stopped immediately. You can see the Evanston coach get up
right
there.
He's not happy about that, yeah.
But luckily no one was hurt on that and everything's good. So Evanston able to get the escape and get a point. Evanston in on a Russian 2-on-1 there. Nicholson with an underhook now. Looking for that high crotch, is able to get to it. but they run out of bounds.
Scores 3-1 in favor of Mickelson. 1 minute left in the first period. Evanston on a single leg transitions off to, or was in on a double, transitions off to a single. Now trying to elevate that. Mickelson doing a good job of keeping the weight down.
He's got the whizzer in there, and then he's got the foot outside, which is right where he needs to be. If he can get that hip down, drive that foot down to the mat, there he goes. Just like that.
Nice job by Mickelson there, not giving up a takedown.
Mickelson in, trying to high crotch there, not quite getting to it. Short time left here in the first period. I think it's pretty good first period. Oh, Mickelson in on that Russian, but nothing happening, so pretty good first period for both wrestlers.
For sure. It looked like Welling was going to get that ankle picked up of Mickelson, but he didn't get there. All right, into the second period. Score still 3-1 in favor of Mickelson.
Mickelson looking for that knee, but got to be careful there, keeping that head and going for the knee at the same time. Ooh. Welling in on looking for the fireman's and then a little spin move. Now he's got a front quarter. Now he's got a front head on. Mickelson driving in for the double leg.
Mickelson able to clear that headlock. Now they're back up to their feet again.
Both wrestlers doing a good job countering the offensive moves by their opponent. Evanston now with the Russian 2-on-1 there. But Mickelson's got head position, so he should be okay here. Now looking for the front. Oh. Oh, feet.
Man, shot, reshot,
Shuck
reshot. Looks like we might have some blood time. I think they went head to head there for a moment.
Maybe it's just me on this one, but it looks like both those wrestlers are tired right now. I see Evanston's kid go over, hands immediate to his knees. Whoa. Mickelson's like, they really put a lot out there that first round.
Yes, they did. So we got about 37 seconds left in the second period. Let's see how much gas they got left going into the third period, both wrestlers. Finishing up with the blood time here. Let's get rolling again on the second period. Evanston in on a single leg, trying to get around the corner.
Mickelson in on the whizzer. He's got that hip. He needs to try to drive that leg straight back if he can. Still strong on that whizzer. He's still okay right there. Still okay.
There we go, Mickelson.
There you go.
Up to your feet.
Square up with that there.
They're going to run out of time as they're going out of bounds. Here we go, third period. Still a pretty small score for the wrestling that they've had back and forth of 3-1 in favor of Mickelson. He had that takedown in the first period, and Welling had the stand-up in the first period. No score in the second. We got a caution here, so Coach Pebbles is going to give a little pep talk, and here we go with the match. Looking for the switch was Cameron. Now his opponent's got a claw.
Looking for the leg in.
Possibly looking for a spladle. Yep. He's on top of his opponent's body, so that puts him out of position. And Mickelson is going to end up with a reversal. Yep. Makes the score 5-1 in favor of Mickelson.
Mickelson's got his leg on the inside there, and I don't think he really wants it there.
Right.
And he's trying, I think, to just get to where he can get that leg out. If he can do that, he'll be able to work better here, but he's kind of in a...
He scoops up that head.
There he goes. Now he's got that leg out. Now he'll feel better.
He's looking for a 2-on-1 on that wrist. Welling doing a good job of keeping his hands cleared. 45 seconds left. Mickelson just needs to maintain some good position here for the last 30 seconds, and he should be able to ride this out. He's got an arm bar in.
Welling did a good job there of trapping his legs so he couldn't get up there and get around. 20 seconds now. He could just hang on here, wrestle tough, stay in position, and hold off to get the win here.
Welling looks pretty gassed at this point. Down to the third period, down to the 5 seconds left, and Mickelson's going to come away with a win here, 5-1, so a minor decision for Mickelson, but a great win for Mickelson on senior night.
Yep. That's in front of the home crowd, under the lights.
That should make the score 16-0 in favor of Star Valley over Evanston. All right, now we've got Damian Burgess coming up here in the 175 weight class against Ian Hunnelt of Evanston.
I've got it shows Damian's ranked number 3 in the 4As, 175 pounds. Had a good season.
Damian in on a single leg. Hunnelt able to block, do a front headlock briefly. Back up to their feet. Damian in on a single leg, trying to get around the corner, and they're going to work out of bounds as Hunnelt put him in a headlock as Damian had the corner leg on him. Back to the center.
Nice little arm drag attempt there. Good counter by Damian.
In on a single leg now, and he's going to get around back, and he's going to get that three-point takedown.
Nice little high crotch to a double leg there. That was really pretty. Looking for the crossface.
Evanston doing a good job of maintaining. Now he's up to a tripod. Damian needs to be careful not to find himself out of position here. His opponent looking for a switch. Damian able to block that well, but his opponent once again back up to that tripod, now up to his feet. And Damian's going to cut him loose. It's going to make the score 3-1 in favor of Burgess. Damian back in on another high crotch, right back to the same thing. Another takedown. 6-1 in favor of Burgess.
Nice job not to sit around there and wait, but just to get right back into action. Gets him down and then immediately throws a really hard crossface.
I would dare say next to Burke that Damian's one that you don't want to catch a crossface from either.
No, that one didn't look like it felt too good.
All right, second period here. Damian leading 6-1 over his opponent Hunnelt of Evanston. Burgess is going to be down to start the period. Damian clears the hips. His opponent able to grab a leg and elevate. Burgess has got a heavy on the head and is going to get the escape point, making it 7-1. Let's see if he goes right back to a high crotch.
Got that Russian 2-on-1. And for the high crotch to the double again, and there it is.
3 high crotches, 3 takedowns. That makes the score 10-1. Damien has the legs laced. And what has he got, a half in over there, Coach?
Yeah, and he's just turking with the crossface is what he's doing. He doesn't quite have the Turk on there, but he's got that leg, and now he's switching off to a half. There he goes.
Now we're going to get some near fall points out of this, and a pin. So a pin for Damian Burgess in the 175 weight class on senior night.
Nice win.
So he's looking strong, headed into state, ranked number 3. We got a lot of guys tonight that's coming in really strong. Boy, the team score of 22-0, man, that does not reflect the wrestling that we have seen tonight. Evanston bringing some great talent in Star Valley up to the challenge. Now we've got Ryan Talbot coming in the 190 weight class, and his opponent is Luke Guild. You said this is your nephew, is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
And what year in school is Luke?
He is a junior.
Talbot able to block and get back around. That's going to give him a 3-point takedown.
Talbot looking for that half. Not quite there. Guild up to his feet. Talbot lets him go, and Evanston ends up with the escape. So Talbot up 3-1. Look, trying to get that Talbot trying to get that little arm drag, didn't quite get to the corner. Talbot in on the underhook, looking for that front head. Getting him down, looking for the cow catcher. Switches off to the front head again. Able to spin around and pick up the 2.
Hey.
I mean 3.
A 3-point takedown. Unfortunately, Guild's hand was the only thing in bounds.
Yeah,
if he'd have just pulled his hand back, it wouldn't have been a takedown. It'd been out of bounds.
But brings the score to 6-1.
Ryan's looked pretty good this season. He's finished on the podium a couple of times in a couple of different tournaments. Has struggled with his shoulder a little bit, and so
putting the wing on.
Yeah. We're hoping to get Ryan nice and healthy for regionals and state coming up next week. He's got that wrist trapped on the opposite side with that wing, and now Ryan's trying to run it up and around the head.
Almost there. Time's up.
And no swipes. So no points there. We're going to go into the second period. Score of 1-6 in favor of Talbot of Star Valley. I believe Ryan is a junior as well.
Ryan looking to dig that wrist out. Grabs the far one this time. Now he's got the 2-on-1. There's that reach. See that reach through trying to get that ponytail, but didn't quite get to the wrist.
Ryan's got a nice tight waist on that's helping to keep his opponent underneath him. But we talk about tight waists. Wait until we see the Perry boys come up. Both Tell and Kimball. They're such dominant wrestlers just because they keep that tight waist on and keep their opponent just right underneath them.
Yeah,
Guild doing a good job of getting to a leg. Turning back into Talbot. Ryan's got an ankle. Wouldn't be surprised if they call this potentially dangerous here with the position that Ryan's got his knee in. I'm surprised they haven't called it yet.
Yep, there it goes.
back to the middle. 50 seconds left in the second period.
Talbot's got the wrist control underneath. He could probably set up that tilt if he really wanted to, Bat, if he could get that wrist good.
Once again, Ryan with that great tight waist, trying to dig out a wrist and possibly a bar on the right-hand side. Guild able to get up to a base. Looked like he was going to tripod up there.
Talbot's done a good job just riding and staying in good position, on top position there for that whole round.
All right, third period action. We got Ryan Talbot in the 215 weight class. Oh no, the 190 weight class. Is going to go into the period leading by 6 points over his opponent Luke Guild of Evanston. Talbot starting on bottom.
Guild's looking for a wing there.
Yeah, he's got the wing in. Looks like he's trying to trap the wrist underneath and go out of bounds.
Talbot's got to get it. He's got to move here a little.
Make sure that we don't get the stalling points. He's kind of stalling out on top. Or on bottom, excuse me.
He's really looking for that wing there. Talbot's kind of flattening out there. He got out of the wing position. Doing a little sit out there.
Oh, Ryan's going to get dinged for stalling here if he doesn't lift his head up
off the mat, huh?
There we go.
Some refs would have called that already.
All right, Guild finally able to get that arm in. Pebbles is right there just in case that hand goes too high on the back.
Now he's switching off looking for that half, but not able to get in it. There's the stall call right there. First one.
All right, 47 seconds left in the match. Let's see if Guild possibly cuts him loose.
Looking for that half. Talbot's got to be a little careful down here.
Yeah, he's got a wrist and, he almost had that half. Good job clearing that half was Ryan.
Yeah, now he's looking for the arm pry.
And up too high, that's going to be potentially dangerous. We'll restart in the middle.
30 seconds. You know, all these matches look closer than the points.
Oh, for sure. Like I said, the 22-0 does not reflect the wrestling we've seen tonight at all.
Ooh, Guild on a little crab ride there and then looking for the half and is almost, and he's kind of close there to some back points, but Talbot's able to hang on to that foot just enough to keep his shoulders from.
Trying to push his opponent up higher.
Yeah, that foot saved him right there. And now he's kind of in a better position right there now.
Ryan might just turn his shoulders in, but there's no need to at this point. So a minor decision for Ryan Talbot over his opponent, Luke Guild from Evanston. Once again, great wrestling tonight. Back and forth. It seems like every match has been a great match with some great talent. All right, tonight we've got in the 215 weight class, we have Tayton Mills of Evanston and Elijah Matatia of Star Valley. Matatia, Elisha, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, he is.
You're going to see some tackle takedowns from the football field. He goes all the way.
And if I heard right, he was a rugby player before he came here. And so that just adds to the takedowns.
Yes, it does. And I believe this, nice slick single leg.
Yeah, it doesn't quite score, though. McAtee able to get back and get the takedown. And he's getting some back points. And if he had had experience,
he'd go back up to the chest there.
Now he's just, he needs to get
He's
that
got his own leg
back.
trapped. There we go.
There he goes. That was a long way around, but he was able to pick up some back points and the takedown there. Looks like he just got 2 back points, but up 5-0.
He's fun to watch. You just go, go, go. And up out of bounds. His opponent's going to get an escape point out of that. I think Elisha thought he was out of bounds when he threw him.
He did.
But his feet were in bounds, and so it stayed as an escape. 5-1 in favor of Elisha.
Ooh, nice little ankle pick attempt there by, man, he's just a goer.
Just drives him straight to his back.
He needs to get a post out there so he doesn't get, but you know, it looks to me like he's got good enough natural balance that he's able to.
So right here, if he just put a leg in.
Yeah.
And go for a little more of a honeymooner hold, if you will, but he's got the natural talent, and like you said, the balance. I believe this is his first year wrestling.
Yeah.
So he's still young in regards to some of the technique, but just an aggressive and talented wrestler.
Picks up 4 more back points there.
It's going to make the score 12-1. All right, going into the second period, 12-1, Elisha over his opponent, Tayton Mills of Evanston. And Elisha says, hey, that was a lot of fun. Let's start back in the neutral position again.
I've seen his older brothers, and they're just huge.
Are they?
So they're like him. He's really athletic looking, and Evanston able to pick up the takedown there. What I'm really hoping is that he didn't use all of his energy up in that first round. And
he's got the arm bar. Elisha sits up.
Evanston looked like he was in really good position there, and then Elisha just able to sit up on him and turn him over to his back.
Don't think he is getting more near fall points out of it. That's going to make it 18-4. But now a reversal by Mills.
Mills has got the half on. And Evanston's good with this half, so you don't really want to give that to him. And you can't roll through that either, so hopefully he can get that shoulder down. It looks like he does, and is able to get that half off.
18-6 is the score currently. 50 seconds left, second period.
And now he's just laying flat.
Right.
So
Mills is jumping sides, trying to get underneath an arm or something there. Is Elisha is because he just sits up. And able to get the reversal out of it. That's going to make it 20-6. One more point for Elisha, and that'll make it a tech fall. But there's going to be another reversal there.
Oh, and now
Mills looking for an arm bar, wasn't able to get it. Scores 20-8. That's a huge score.
Oh, it is. Mills is actually kind of in not a very great position right there again.
And Elisha able to roll through, and no reversal points yet, but now
he should have it.
He's got to cover the. Did they not award that because he didn't cover the hips?
I don't know why they didn't award that, to be honest with you, but he must have just had.
So look at our replay here.
Evanston
Elisha rolls through, grabs the waist. And really, I think had Elisha come back down on the hips, they probably would have awarded that.
Probably would have.
8-20 to start the third period.
Okay, so if he can pick up this takedown here, then he should have the
tech fall. Elisha's got a front headlock on him. Oh, he's going for a throw. His opponent went back around him, but Elisha able to maintain the top position. He's going to put him straight to his back here.
He doesn't have the takedown yet, though. There he goes.
And that should secure the tech fall. No, he's still saying no. He just needs to get it round back.
He didn't get around back, so
Yeah.
he didn't get any takedown points.
Now
Evanston's
Elisha finds
gonna
himself
get
on his butt, and Mills is going to climb the tree there, and he's going to get a takedown.
And that's just that lack of experience, not knowing that he needs to get back behind him. Just because he's on top of him doesn't mean he has the points. And now Mills back with that half.
Oh, Elisha, that's in deep, and that's going to be a pin. Man, 31 points scored in that match before the pin. Hopefully Elisha's not hurt and that shoulder's okay. I know there was no ill intent there, but good back and forth wrestling there, and a win for Mills of Evanston.
Yeah, that was a good match. Matt Tatue just ran out of gas, to be honest with you.
Now Grant Thompson here is wrestling in the 285 weight class against Quade Peterson of Evanston. I would say that Grant Thompson barely weighs 215.
Right.
So he's going to wrestle up just so that the 285er can get a match tonight. Grant able to get around to the side, elevate that leg, trip, puts his opponent straight to his back. Now he's going to go for the half and just settle in. Oh, no, he's going to go back.
Loses the arm. But he picks up 4 backers.
So just that quick, we're up 7-0. It's Grant Thompson. Now he's got the crossface on. As the leg scoop. Now he's digging in for the barbed wire, going around the head. And he's going to get, at very least, some near fall points out of this, if not a pin. And he's going to get the pin. So another pin for Grant Thompson on senior night. Our seniors have been doing great tonight. We've got Ty Thompson with a pin, Cameron Mickelson with a minor decision, Cooper Burke with a minor decision, Damian Burgess with a pin, Ryan Talbot, not a senior, but he came away with a 3-point win tonight, and Hazen Hess with a major decision. All right, now we're going to go from the heavyweights back down to the lower weights. So we have Tayson Moon of Evanston. Usually Tommy Hoops at wrestling this 106 weight class, but not wrestling tonight. And so that's going to be a forfeit. That's going to be 6 points for Evanston. Our next match should be Nolan Hyde of Star Valley in the 113 weight class, and he's going to be wrestling against Emery Kohler of Evanston. Boy, I mean, I'm excited about the wrestling we've had tonight. We haven't even seen the Perry boys yet.
Yeah, I know.
I think that just speaks to the strength of the lineup of both teams.
Well, and they've both got ranked kids, too. Both the Perry boys have ranked kids.
Do they?
So
Nolan able to get a leg, but not able to secure getting behind. And now
there
finally able to track down that leg. 3-point takedown. Makes it 3-0. His opponent able to make his way to his feet, so Kohler's going to get the escape point. I was going to say, I'm not sure what's going on with the scoreboard.
It should be 3-1,
3-1, yeah. You know, you never want to question the table, but
Evanston in on low single now, trying to come out the back door.
Hyde getting over the top, getting an ankle. Emery doing a great job going back out between the legs and stacking up Nolan. And he's going to get the 2-point reversal out of that. Boy, they're showing.
I don't know how they got to that.
I don't know how they got to that either. This score's messed up. So they're saying that Nolan is he trailing or?
They've got Evanston up by 4.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the case. All right, now we got Nolan. He's got Kohler back on his butt. Now Kohler able to work his way up and put the legs around the head. He does figure 4 the head, and so that is going to be a potentially dangerous.
Isn't it 3-3 and then 3-4 now? Because we got a takedown in the beginning. That's 3. They got an escape, right?
Uh-huh.
And then let's see, they would have got the takedown. That would have been 4. I'm not sure how unless he gave him 3 back points somewhere
that we missed.
But I didn't see him count or anything.
Boy, Kohler in on a quick ankle pick and able to get back, not there yet.
He's got to watch out for that.
Now Nolan covers the hip with one leg, but he's trying to get his head out from underneath. They are going to give
I'm not so sure how that scores 10, but maybe I'm wrong. But I don't see our coaches arguing anything about it. But
right.
Unless he gave him 3 back points on that stack thing, but
I didn't see any swipes. Not to say that wasn't the case, but I don't remember seeing any swipes. All right, well, we'll go into the second period anyway. We're going to go with the score that's on the scoreboard of 10-3. Heap able to get his hips cleared out. Now up to his feet. Kohler going down. He's got a headlock on. Well, he's got a tight waist and a crossface. Back down to the mat, fighting for wrist control. Now Kohler's a little high. Hyde trying to work out the back. Kohler doing a great job of flattening him out and getting back where he needs to be. Power half by Kohler. Abandons that. Still has that leg in deep. Making it difficult for Hyde to tripod up or get off of the bottom there. Hyde tried to come out the back. Kohler's doing a great job of riding. Every time that Hyde seems to get up to a base or to a tripod, Kohler puts a leg in, puts in a crossface. Crossface is a little high, but it still allows him some control. Now working that shoulder down to the mat. Now he's got that leg and he's going to get some points out of this. Maybe no swipes yet. And no swipes, so he's not giving up any points there. 10 seconds left in the second period. Looks like we're going to go into the third period with the same score of 3-10 in favor of Kohler of Evanston over Nolan Hyde of Star Valley. All right, back to a neutral position. Kohler in on that single leg, or on the ankle pick. And Nolan
trying to chin whip, but doesn't quite get his hips over top.
I think Nolan's probably still in the better position here.
No points yet. There it is.
Oh, but Kohler's able to put him straight to his back. He's got that tight waist on deep. Oh, from what I saw from the replay up here, that didn't quite look like a pin. Well, it may have been headed there, but
they were down for a second, but it was a quick second. You watch right there.
Oh, yep, it was. Well, but that's not what he called it.
See, I mean, it touched, but that's all it did.
Yep. Boy, what great camera work for our SVI media tonight. That's fun to be able to have the close-ups on that. So Nolan Hyde's going to follow the pin to Emery Kohler. Now we've got, in the 120 weight class, our very own Kimball Perry, state champion, wrestling against Keith Shelton of Evanston.
And I've got Perry ranked number 2 in the state of Wyoming and Shelton ranked number 3.
Oh, wow. So we got a great match coming up then.
Ooh, nice little.
Shelton in on a single leg. Kimball almost into the splits to avoid Shelton collecting his other foot. Now working on the out of bounds.
Shelton's really trying to get him back inbounds to score there. Perry's still in on a whizzer, so he's still good. Perry's still in on that. Nothing yet. Still in on that whizzer. Still got that arm.
Now he's in better position. Well, man, Shelton still has that leg. And they're going to drag out of bounds.
That was a really good attempt there by Shelton there. Good job countering that off and not panicking and giving up the 3 there for Kimball. There he goes, getting a little bit more offensive
nice single
there.
leg, in deep.
On that corner. Got it picked up now. He's driving now. He got the takedown.
There we go. 3-0, favor of Kimball Perry.
I hate to say this, but that might have made him just a little mad.
All right, he's got a crossface. Well, had a crossface.
Looking for it anyway.
Taking out the wrists.
Evanston's doing a good job just kind of staying wide, not giving him that elbow for that crossface. But he's going to have to get his hips up off the mat or he's going to get called for a stalling. Nice job going to the wing.
Oh, yeah, and he's got the wrist trapped underneath.
Oh,
great job by Shelton.
Shelton able to get the reversal.
Wow, Shelton did a great job of just, based up.
Kimball kind of got in a little bit of a hurry there and just got out of position just a little bit, and Shelton able to capitalize on it.
So gives up the reversal right at the end of the period. We're going to start the second period now with a score of 2-3 in favor of Perry over Shelton of Evanston. Team score is 18-31. Like I said, not reflecting of the wrestling we've seen tonight. Perry's got a wing.
He's looking for that wing. He needs to get that fist made. Knew that was going to happen. You get the fist made and put it in the middle of the back so you don't get that stopped. No reason to go to all that work just to have it stopped on you.
I was mentioning earlier, watch the tight waist that Kimball keeps on.
Shelton trying to sit back into him and tripod up. But Perry doing a good job countering that. There's that tight waist you were talking about right there. Nice job crowding him. Does a really good job digging those toes in the mat and keeping his weight up on his opponent. He's got the cross wrist now. Kimball's trying to get something there. Shelton's just hanging in tight like a little ball right down there on the mat. His hips are glued right on the mat. Kind of surprises me he hasn't been dinged yet because he's not making much of an attempt to get up to his base.
Right. No, those hips are Velcro to the mat.
He needs to stay in good position here. He got a little bit out last time he tried this. Stay in just better position. Now he's got the half on the far side.
Shelton, good job of staying up to his knees.
I still don't really know why he hasn't been dinged for stalling on bottom yet, because he
hasn't made much of an attempt.
His hips have been just glued to the mat the whole time. And I know Kimball's tough up on top and is causing that partially, but it's also he's not really making much of an attempt to. He's kind of hipping into him, but not really. Kimball's just.
The only time his hips have left the mat is when Kimball's picked him up.
Yeah.
All right, going into the second period now.
1 point match. This is a good one.
Third period, excuse me. 2-3 in favor of Kimball. Kimball's going to start on bottom. So looking for a quick stand-up point or perhaps a reversal out of this. Let's see what Kimball's got in his repertoire.
Look like a freestyle start.
Yeah, squat. Spread those arms and down to the mat. He's going to peel that arm, that claw that Shelton has got in. Now looking for a head pry on that arm.
He's trying to get that wing in the wrist there. Kimball's able to get the hand, get to his feet. See, there could be almost stalling there again right now. There it is.
Yep, he didn't make an attempt to return him to the mat, so he's going to cut him loose. But that stalling might come into effect later in this match.
There he's in on the high crotch. He needs to cut back over here and get around the waist with the right arm. Come on, he needs to.
Boy, this might end in a stalemate here.
He's close. Evanston's close to picking up the points here. Kimball's got to really watch it. He's got that leg. It's really the only thing that's saving him here is that.
47 seconds left in the match. Shelton of Evanston looking to pick up some takedown points.
Stalemate right there. That was
Evanston not happy with that stalemate. I think that Evanston was making slow and steady progress.
They were. That was tough there. That was a good job by the Shelton.
4-2.
Kimball's got to finish his shots here if he gets another one.
Up to their feet. A takedown by Kimball would seal it, but a takedown by Shelton would win it.
Yeah. Kimball's got the underhook.
Well, Shelton's been dinged for stalling, but Kimball has not yet, so Kimball can afford one stall call. And leading the match, he may need that luxury as we're coming down to the last
Shelton
10 seconds here.
Now Kimball's right where he wants
Right
to
in
be
the
on
hole.
that front headlock. It's all over now. He gets right there and he is tough.
So no back points out of that, but he is going to get the takedown. That's going to secure a minor decision win for Kimball Perry over
match.
Shelton of Evanston. This is what we're looking for. There's that Evanston hipping down and Tell able to catch him in that front headlock, pick up that leg. Like I said, no back points out of it, but that secured the win for him. Great wrestling tonight. All right, so in our next weight class, at the 126 weight class, we have Skylar Tippett of Evanston and Calvin Green of Star Valley.
Tippett's in on a nice single leg shot there.
Green doing a good job of staying on his feet.
Nice whizzer and hipping in. Evanston with a little shuck by there. Gets the takedown. Nice little shuck by to the three. Looking for the cradle. Now he's got the half, looking for the half. Now he's going back to the crossface.
Calvin getting big, trying to stretch out his body there, keep that from locking up. Looks like
the cradle.
Tippett's got it though. And he's going to get the tilt back on that cradle. Calvin flopping back and forth, trying to clear that, is able to break the connection on the cradle, but not after giving up 4 near fall points. Back to the half is Tippett of Evanston. Trying to drive that up and around the head. He tucks the head underneath. Going to see if he might be able to get him over. He's going to get some near fall points and possibly a pin out of this. And he does. Skylar Tippett of Evanston with a pin over Calvin Green of Star Valley. Here's that replay there. He's going to scoop up that head, center up that weight, get up on his toes. And that's going to be all she wrote. All right, next we have from Evanston, Caden Marler in the 132-pound weight class, and we have from Star Valley, Maxwell Girac.
I have Marler ranked 5th and Girac ranked 7th in the state at 132. Ooh.
Marler in on a shot.
Single.
He's still got that leg. Max has got a whizzer in. Al had a whizzer in. Marler's able to clear it and get a takedown. Girac up to his feet. Marler able to mat return him.
Looking for that cradle. Max has got the. Now this is where he just needs to get rid of that. There you go. Get the point.
There we go. 3-1. Favor of Marlar.
Max is shooting, but he's shooting from a long ways away.
Yeah, he's shooting from distance. Marlar able to sprawl and block that out.
Get his hips underneath there.
Yep, looked for a throw, but he's out of bounds.
He's got to close the distance before he makes that shot. He's doing a really nice shot. He just needs to close the distance a little bit. Marlar's trying to get wrist control there. Track with the underhook. If he can use that there. Ooh.
Oh, nice fireman's.
Nice little fireman's there right at the end, but no points.
Did he not cover it up?
No points awarded. They're going to talk it over.
Wow, that was slick and quick.
It was. He didn't award it, and he did get the takedown.
Yeah, so. It looked like he had covered, but wow, really quick. He transitioned off to that fireman's and dumped Maxwell over the top. Makes the score 6-1 going into the second period.
Drax chooses top position for this round. Looks like Marlar's trying to get hand control down there, and Max can't get that. There he goes. Got that hand cleared.
Yeah, typically in that position, you're looking to get the wing in, but it was Marlar holding on.
Yeah. He's looking for that tilt.
Got to be careful with the leverage here, though. Oh, Max, don't find yourself out of position. Good roll through my Marlar.
Good job. It's a good attempt there on that tilt.
Crossface by Jirac.
Now he's got the leg in. Skiing over.
Trying to dig that wrist out on the right-hand side. Now he's slow. Well, he had a 2-on-1 there momentarily. Back to the crossface.
Yeah, he had it tight there for a minute, but then he lost that elbow. There's looking for that half. He's got to get a little bit more elbow to elbow for that power half to work.
5 seconds. If he's going to do it, he's got to go now, and it's going to be too little too late, I think.
Yeah.
6-1. It'll be the score going into the third period with Marlar of Evanston leading over Maxwell Jirac of Star Valley. This the 132 weight class. Team scores currently 34 Star Valley and 24 for Evanston. Boy, and just like that, it was almost 30-0. Star Valley over Evanston. We had a forfeit and then a couple of pins from Evanston, and the score's a little bit closer than what it was just a few minutes ago.
It sure is. We knew this would be a hard-bought duel, so. Oh, and Evanston picking up the takedown, plus some back points, and now getting some more.
It's going to make the score currently 9-1. with 4 more points waiting to go on the board. As soon as Marler takes that arm out of that wing, those points will be awarded right there. Let me call it potentially dangerous there. Put him back to the middle. 13-1 in favor of Marler. Chirac off bottom.
Marler's looking for that cradle there. He's got the head, and he's just kind of trying to scoop that back leg up, and then now he lost it, but that's what he was trying to do there. Now he's got the arm for the wing.
20 seconds left. He's got the half with that wing, was trying to run around the head, and that half's just not in deep enough. Ten seconds left. And that's going to do it for this match. So Marler's going to take this match by major decision over Chirac of Star Valley. That in the 132 weight class. All right, that brings us to our last match of the night. This is going to be Colby Hamilton of Evanston in the 138 weight class. And we have our two-time state champion, Tell Perry.
Got Perry ranked number 1 in the state at this weight class, and Hamilton ranked 3rd in the state at this weight class. So this should be another great match.
I like the high-quality matchups right at the end of the season. Boy, Hamilton able to get back around. Okay, and now he does get Tell to put his hands on the mat, so that is going to be a 3-point takedown. Tell right back up to his feet.
Hamilton right back in on a single. These Evanston kids are coming to wrestle, I'm telling you what.
Oh, cuts him loose. 6-2.
Hamilton picking up the 2 early takedowns.
Now, I know that Evanston will be 4A next year, but they're not 4A this year, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, they are 4A. Okay.
There's
Tailing on a nice double.
Now he's picking. He should be close to almost picked up some backs there.
It's going to make the score 5-6.
Looking for the crossface there.
Looking to cradle that up. Not able to get there as they work their way out of bounds. Tell starting on top.
Looking for that crossface again.
And he's got hand control, trying to roll one of those wrists up and underneath. Hamilton, sorry, go ahead.
He's got that wing on that other side there, but Hamilton's just doing an outstanding job thus far with Tell.
Now he's got that wing, and he's got the arm trapped on this this close side, so now he's going to try and run around the head. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but the best way to avoid that is to get up to your base.
Well, that's one of the ways to avoid it, yes. You can also straighten your arm forward if you're on your, if you can't get to your base, and you straighten you can even grab your hand with your other hand and straighten it forward, and then that'll pry that arm bar off. But yes, doing exactly what he did to stop that right there.
5-6, second period in favor of Hamilton of Evanston.
He came out on fire on his feet and was able to take Kimball down or Tell down twice. There's that front head he's looking for.
Hamilton went in on a shot, and Tell was able to block that well, get on the front headlock. Now he's going to spin around.
Brings the score to 8-6 now. You got to be really, really careful shooting in underneath either one of the Perry boys because they're so tough on that front headlock.
Tail trying to suck an arm back up underneath. Trying to dig out a wing or a bar there. Boy, shout out to our cameraman tonight for what they're doing here. We've got Haley Myers that's helping us out on the cameras.
Tail's able to get him over. Almost has got a couple of back points there.
He's got that cross face. He's got that leg picking it up.
There,
now he got the angle. Got a couple of swipes. Let's see how many gives him. 4 points. And most likely Hamilton. Oh, I thought Hamilton was going to get up to his feet, and Tail just.
That's really dangerous position to be with him.
Tail puts him right to his back and pins him. What a great match for Tail Perry. He's going to come away with a win tonight, and that's going to make the overall score 40-28 in favor of Star Valley. Wow, what some great talent that Evanston brought to the table tonight. That's going to be some great matchups, rematches this coming season, or this coming week, excuse me, at regionals. Great matches tonight. We appreciate Evanston coming down here and bringing their talent. Senior night again. Our seniors having some good wins, some good matches tonight. Star Valley's going to take this duel 40-28. We appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting our Braves wrestlers. The gym was pretty darn full tonight.
Pretty packed.
Yeah.
Nice crowd. Great matches. A lot of close matches. Some closer than I thought they were going to be. But just a great duel. It's just a great prelude to the regional wrestling tournament next week that'll be here. Shout out to everybody. Come watch that next weekend.
Oh, please do. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time we've had regionals here in 8 years. So come on down on Saturday. I believe it's on Saturday.
Yeah.
And watch the regional matches. It's going to be some high-quality wrestling, people.
I don't think that SVI's going to film that. They're doing it on the computers.
Okay.
I was told anyway. And so you'll have to go through Flow Wrestling in order to watch it. So if you want to watch it, you'll have to go through Flow Wrestling. At least that's what I was told by Christy Clark from the high school there. So
I wouldn't doubt it. The NHSA has a deal with Flow Wrestling for the state tournaments, and so I would assume that collectively means regionals as well. So.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll be here at the gym next weekend. Hope you all come. Thanks for watching and coming out tonight. We have great fans. Can't say enough about the fans of Star Valley. And everybody showing up, filling this gym tonight, supporting the Braves on their senior night.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you so much. Just our last little shout out to the Wyoming Army National Guard for sponsoring the broadcast, supporting our wrestlers. What a great community. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is the SVI Sports Network signing off for the night. We'll see you next week here in the gym at the Regionals Tournament.